27, 1997, almost 20 years ago. You know, there was this newsletter going around from Muscle Media. We'd get addresses of foreign pharmaceuticals that would ship, and they'd have gear. And the one had a total of $60, including shipping. You get 1,000 pink Thailand Diana
balls, yeah.
And sure enough,
we took them before.
I'm sitting at home. I rented a room from that older couple.
1,000 for $60?
Yeah, that's fucking cheap.
5 milligrams.
And they were fucking strong too. And real shit.
Package came in. It said "Merry Christmas, Happy New Year" with Thai postage on it. You know, the president, whatever, like 6 different stamps.
Postman.
And I immediately I called him on Mike on the phone. I said, "Mike, I can't believe it came in." Then a few seconds later, what'd you hear?
Nothing. The phone went down. I heard all kinds of voices. I know what the fuck was going on. All kinds of voices.
Postal inspectors?
No, it wasn't that. It was DEA.
Usually
with a battering ram. They had straight DEA.
Tell them, the guns.
They had a guy with a post. They just knocked on the door. But they knocked the door down. They had 20 agents come in, a helicopter above the roof.
Imagine that.
And I'm in the room, on my room, like, oh shit, I don't know what's going on.
Telling the old people to get on the ground. Remember the old people on the ground?
Yeah,
it must be for this. What else could it have been for?
Threw the old man and the
fucking dead hooker under your bed.
Threw the woman out of the wheelchair, the old lady threw her on the ground.
Get the fuck
Then
out
I see 6 of them. They had, what is it?
Is that when you live with that crazy guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was in prison at the time. His brother was staying there.
And his mother was there in a wheelchair?
His mother and the father were there.
They had helmets, rifles, shields.
That's fine.
And you could hear them. They were walking like 2 at a time.
I was on the phone with them when this all happened.
10 guys. I could see there was a picture in the hallway with glass, and I could see these guys all kind of like freaking military combat gear on. Shields.
Like a SWAT team.
Yeah, and they're slowly like 2 at a time.
Oh
they move together, their feet together, like real slow, and then like a flashlight. And I remember my heart was beating so fast. And I actually laid on the ground. I figured, fuck.
Oh
and I remember my heart pushing.
You were in your room?
Yeah, I was pushing my body off the ground because my heart was beating so fast. And I put the package out here, make sure I put my hands on it because I thought maybe they'd start shooting me or something. They go, get on the ground. They start kicking me on the head and
for
stuff.
Fucking 1,000 D-balls. What the fuck?
Put me up, put my hands behind my back. Then they start quizzing me. He goes, where'd you get it? We want names. He goes,
my God.
You're looking at 5 years minimum.
You fly to Thailand, pal.
Minimum. I told him, I said, yeah. He said, where do you get them? You selling them? I said, no, when I get bigger. And then they look out, and the funny, when he tried to handcuff me, the handcuffs wouldn't fit. So this porch monkey idiot starts getting, he's all nervous. I can't fit him on here. Is this what steroids do?
Holy shit.
Asking the sergeant.
In fact, yes. Won't you take some of these, you asshole? Maybe you could do your
so
job better.
Stupid. Then they're quizzing me like, you have a clean record. You worked till 7 years this job. And they're looking around at each other like, what the fuck did we just do? So they said they're going to take me down up to a gun club and process me. And they got these 2 fat ladies with jackets on. It says DEA. It's a green jacket with the yellow letters. They had those rubber gloves on. And they're counting each pill.
Oh, God.
And I said, you got 900. I said, they shortchanged me 4.
They shorted
996.
They shorted 4 pills.
And they went all around the house, and they got Coke cans, like soda cans that were sitting in a recycling bin outside. They found crack cocaine residue on it because I guess that scumbag, their other son was smoking crack with the Coke can. I've seen hookers do where they take a Coke can, put a hole in it, put the crack on the one part, and then smoke it with a can.
We used to
smoke weed like that.
Yeah. And they put that on the seizure list. It's like, I got something to do with it. So the funny thing was, they loaded me in one of those big, it was a big Explorer at the time, like 3 of them. They put me in one without a shirt on. And the old lady's because it was starting to get
but she knew what the fuck you were doing in there. You know what we were doing in there. We
threw her out of the fucking wheelchair.
Threw out of the chair, and she's sitting down, and then they put her back up, and then she's watching. So I was like, he's a good boy. Why don't you leave him alone? And then she's like,
he's a nice boy.
But you were a nice boy. Anyway, what the fuck were you doing?
So they're leaving me out with the cops, and all the neighbors are watching, no shirt on. She goes, why don't you put a shirt on that boy? What's wrong with it? And then when the major, his name was Major so-and-so, he had long hair. I guess he looked like a biker at the time, trying to, like, a disguise or whatever. And he said, I'm Major, this and that. And she told him, you a major, you need a haircut and a shave. And it was just so, they took me up there in this crowded van. They're picking people up from all the way from all over Palm Beach County.
So you were
until they
in a paddy wagon?
It was a van. It was an unmarked van. Have you ever seen an unmarked van?
No seats?
There were seats. It was real big. My hands are behind my back.
Oh, okay.
And they're picking people up from Boca. Then they're going all the way up to West Palm, Riviera. Then they're going back to Boca. They're going to... And until they fill that van up, you're driving around the back.
Well, they did that shit to that kid they killed in Baltimore. They took him on... They call it like a nickel ride. They threw him in the back hogtied and he drove around the city and he fucking broke his neck.
The Jamaican policewoman that we work with in the kitchen told me she was in Jamaica PD, and she said that's what they used to do because they don't have the money to take care of them, like drug dealers, the guy they shot. They put her in put this guy all bleeding and cuffed in the trunk of their car, and she'd ride around until he bleeds out. She told me they do that all the time. I said, you fucking no wonder people want to come here.
So they took you to West Palm, back to Boca,
and then
back to West
Palm. They
Palm.
brought this fat kid. He comes in, and this other kid were together, about 19. And they look scared shitless. I'm sitting in the back. I'm like 370. He had a shirt. It said, I'll never forget, with an arrow. It said, tickle this Elmo. Total goofball. He was like trespassing in somebody's yard.
Oh, it's fucking great.
One blonde woman just shot her husband in Boca. She had to sit up front. And then there's this porch monkey, he's handicapped right next to me, running his mouth the whole time, telling the girl up front, yo, why don't you suck the driver's dick so maybe we can bust out of this thing and crash. She goes, talking to this woman like, what the fuck? So they lined us up or whatever, and it was just put us in a cell. And the funny thing at the time was, the cell was packed like a holding cell. They took us out of our cuffs, like steel benches lining a room.
Like a drunk tank?
There's like 60 people in there. And white guys are getting on there's a one payphone in the room. Guys getting on the payphone. And porch monkey, this guy's like in 1 minute, porch monkey, get off the phone! I gotta make my calls! So I went and called my mother. It was funny. I was on there for like 35 minutes. And the guy, the corrections officer says, that's the longest I've ever seen a guy on a payphone. Nobody said anything. He goes, I wonder why. I says, yeah, 'cause I'm 370. That's why. So that never say anybody.
That's true.
I was holding up the phone. Nobody said a word.
They used to listen to me. Can I say what they used to do to you? Or you say it? I can't. I don't want to
Go ahead,
say it. I didn't want to say it.
He doesn't care.
I didn't want to say it. I don't even want to.
We've probably heard it.
They used to lick his ass and suck his dick for $10. For $10 in Delray, right?
Delray, West Palm, Boynton.
What a fucking deal.
You imagine that?
What a deal.
You used to call it a tune-up.
Yeah.
You used to call it a tune-up.
They call it
a tune-up. A tune-up.
And they would ask to do it. It's funny.
Hey, Mom, can I borrow your car? I'm going to go get a tune-up.
You imagine him? You imagine him 400 pounds and then doing that for $10?
Oh,
and the funny thing was,
fuck, you went right after
if I got the
of
head,
course he did. Well, he sweats all the time. He's 400 fucking pounds.
I paid him for
Doesn't
the
matter if
head,
he works out or
right?
not.
And strangely enough, the girls would always say, well, don't you want to do the other thing? I said, oh, I forgot. We'll go turn your ass around.
Oh, my God.
It's like they could have got the money up, but they actually brought that up. You know.
They wanted it.
Right. Those were the days. That's why I don't have a car. I don't know if it probably still goes. Probably I've got to get fentanyl these days, but
you really should get a fucking car again.
Nah.
Come on, it's getting ridiculous
now.
Come on.
You'll never get a car.
Why don't I get a BMW so I can't fit it?
Yeah, well, no, get that. That Trans Am you had for $2,500. That was a
You
score.
set me up with that.
That was unbelievable. Man, that was nice. With the eagle on the hood, the T-tops. This guy from the gym,
like
he kept it.
Smokey in the bed?
No, it was like a newer one, but it was like they had it set up
like
that.
Eddie Murphy.
It was really nice, man. Really nice.
Eddie Murphy and what's that movie? 24 Hour Cop?
48 Hours.
Yeah.
All right, let me see that one. That was a.
He likes trannies too.
That was a nice freaking car. That car was really nice. Man.
A lot of people do, and they don't admit it.
Of course.
A lot of people do.
Not me.
Is that a Freudian slip?
Not me.
I didn't make any insinuations.
I'm letting you know, not me. I prefer just a regular old hooker.
Tell us the first time we went
regular
on.
old stripper.
We went on juice. We got a bottle of test. Was that amazing? How fast our benches went?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was amazing.
Some
how fucking
Diana
hard
Hall.
my dick got in the morning. I couldn't even keep it down.
And you haven't taken it in 20 years.
I haven't taken it since. The last time you shot me is the last time I took it.
Wow.
I was hoping you'd do it again tonight, but it fell through.
Yeah.
I was ready to. I'm taking these SARMs now. SARMs.
Oh,
I'm on my 4th day.
Yeah.
I want to see what happens. See if anything happens there. I really don't want to get that much stronger. Or bigger, really. Just get in a little better shape. You know what I mean?
I think you always should shoot to get bigger and stronger.
Yeah.
It's
not worth it at this point. I'm too fucking old. What am I gonna do? Fucking juice myself to the
Stay
gills
young.
and
Yeah, stay young.
Yeah, stay young, but do it the right way.
Well, if you go to a doctor and get your levels checked.
No, I know. Yeah, no, I know.
That's how we do it. I get it prescribed. It's great.
Yeah, but you do other shit on the side, don't you?
I did one cycle of Tren just recently. But
So how much test? How much test? That's the problem with that. You get strong too
I
fast.
fucked up.
That's what happens. You tear yourself
the whole
like
last
crazy.
month of training.
Exactly, you ruin it.
All the black and blue marks are gone?
Yeah.
How much test do you take though?
200 mgs a week.
That's it?
Yeah.
See, that's what I mean. It's all you really need.
And that's
And look at how he maintains.
That's all I took a Tren was 200.
I mean, how freaking big do you want to get? I mean, what the fuck do you want to do? You know?
I think 400 should be taken. I'm taking
400,
that now.
then you really. I mean, yeah.
I don't want to go out and buy all new clothes. I'm good at 200 pounds is my
That's why I don't like the idea of like this test 400 and shit like that. I don't know if it's.
Kind I get.
I don't know.
Everybody
I have a feeling. I have a strange.
That has a following.
I know. Listen, I have a strange feeling that shit he's taking from the doctor, 200 milligrams, is the same thing as like that test 400 as far as strength goes. His 200 milligrams from American Pharmaceutical Company is probably the same strength as that 400.
Not the one I got.
I think so.
Not the one.
Look at the size of him. He's taking 200 milligrams.
I think I'm going to try
I think so.
I think I'll try that test
400.
just
Yeah,
to
I
see.
want to try it too.
Just to
Because that's all I can get.
I'd recommend a CC.
Why is that? You can't even find test 200 now. Why?
I don't know.
You can't find it.
Because people shoot more.
Yeah, but the problem is with test 400 is it's so thick. You're putting 400 milligrams in the CC.
We have no problem with it. Like I said, I do 3 CCs.
I don't know. I've done a lot of research. And it shows people with fucking
That
lots of
product,
bumps on
that's
their
why everyone
fucking
likes that
asses.
product.
I shoot in my thighs.
Well, either
I
way,
think
yeah.
that's
But
I think
test
that's
200's got the right. It's
I hate
leaned
shooting
out.
my thighs. I get hit a nerve all the time.
Muscle.
I get all problems all the time. I do not like it. It's hit or
What kind
miss.
of-
Yeah, I'd rather have
Just
it in the
soreness?
ass.
Yeah, I'll get soreness for days. Where I mess up my
I've been
workout.
sore a couple times, but not.
I like the shoulders, my favorite, and the buttock, and then the triceps.
Say your ass is probably the best.
What's full
I
of
never
so
even
much
felt
scar
anything. We used to
tissue.
shoot me. I didn't even know. Remember, I was like, "You already did it, right?" He's like, "Yeah." Didn't even feel a thing. Nothing.
Actually, it's funny. The first time he met
Nothing.
Andrew Calora's coming to load up a syringe before he even said hi. Calora stuck a needle. It was Sustanon and
Yeah,
Deca.
Cestanon and Deca. That's right. That's exactly
right
what he
in
was
his
shooting.
ass.
Cestanon and Deca. That's what he was shooting. Yeah.
And he's like,
Fucking
the
nuts.
kid Andrew was like 20 at the time. He's like, and Mike's like, holy shit, look at this fucking monster. And he truly was, and it's surprising other kids aren't like that. We gave you the blueprint of an Andrew Calora. He took anabolics in his teens, equipoise,
Yeah, a lot
nothing
of people
heavy,
don't do that shit.
and then he went on test and
Jay raves about equipoise.
Debo. Yeah. So I read another thing about it. Stay on it year round. The best bodybuilders. You
He
can't
said it's safer than Deca.
savor anything.
No shit.
And
Is it
it's-
oral?
No,
Shot.
it's shot.
It helps
much
your
a week?
appetite.
How much a week?
I don't know.
Probably 300 to 400 milligrams.
Yeah, that's in the higher side. You can get away with
Yeah,
two
it
if you're
keeps you
doing, if you're doing
leaner,
tests too.
keeps
You don't
the
need
water
that.
out. It's safe.
You don't need that
You
much.
get great pumps. Great. It's like
You do it.
chemically.
Hair loss?
Your joints, good for
Yeah.
your joints.
You do get hair loss from it?
No, nothing.
No.
It's not as good as
So
Deca
what
for
are
the
the
joints.
what are the
I
side
think you do
effects?
get hair
None.
loss,
There's
I
no
think.
side effects in equipoise.
There's got to be.
And it's a
Yeah.
horse steroid, strangely enough. It was intended using racehorses at the beginning. But it turns out it works better.
Some of the
for
bottles have a
humans.
fucking horse on the bottle. Do you remember the old bottles of Equipoise?
All the
They
old
had
bottles,
fucking
yeah,
horses on the
Ganaball.
bottle.
and a
Yeah, the
horse
first
head.
time I
Fucking
did,
horse on the bottle.
when I did Winstrol, we got it from Mexico when I lived in Vegas, and
Yeah.
it had a horse on the fucking
Yeah, that was
package.
from me.
That'd be nice. I like to be able to just go somewhere, like, and just go to the
Well, that's
pharmacy and
that
just
was
pick out
before
what the fuck
9/11.
you
I
want.
just drive right into
Yeah, that was-
Mexico, go to any pharmacy, get whatever the
That's
fuck
great.
you want, come right back.
It's almost like
That's
that.
great.
Now, as long as you get a good guy
That's
to work
true.
with. You know, when everyone like back then, if everyone says, "Oh, I get it right from the pharmacy," you're a liar. Number two,
Yeah,
I give it to so and so.
Yeah, you
I heard
do,
guys
yeah.
say I give it.
Well, to
I
sell
send
it
it
to
to
somebody,
Dave
though.
Palumbo. It's like you're a fucking liar. What the fuck's he in it for now?
Yeah.
All the pro bodybuilders are using my stuff. That's a
Yeah.
lie. Just a way to a selling point.
Well, the problem is it's hard to get enough from a doctor. You know, if you get a prescription, you can't tell a doctor, I'm going through fucking 4 bottles of fucking every 2 weeks.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
You're like,
the
what the
problem.
fuck is going on, you know?
I know.
You only get a certain amount. That's the problem.
I come close to running out every time. I get it
Yeah.
like 3 months at a time, but they come in little fucking bottles.
Ampules? Or little bottles?
Yeah. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, we used to shoot the ampules. Remember the ampules? You used to break.
You break the
That's
top.
what
Yeah,
pain in
yeah,
the ass.
yeah,
Yeah,
those stunk too.
I'm gonna tell you something. Andrew Calora had it down set. For some reason, we used to inject right out in the parking lot in broad daylight. Don't know what we were thinking, but we never got in trouble. No, any repercussions. He used to take an ampule, and he had that pickup truck, stick it in the door and shut the door on it and cut that ampule off perfect every time with his truck door. I never knew how the hell. I used to file mine, and I'd still break them. And it's like $15, $20.
Well, some of them had that score in them. No, some of them did, but some of them didn't. No, some of them. Remember those certain ones that
I got a metal nail file. I still have it. I used to go around the edge, and I'd still break some.
Some of them were
You're like a fucking hoarder.
Guy's a fucking
what
nut job,
interview
man.
he did, but he was saying something about fucking a guy in the ass or something.
Yeah, that's his thing. He says, but
Fuck you.
he was ripping all the wrestlers. Hulk Hogan's a faggot. Ultimate Warrior's a fag. Now we're on a quiet plane. Me and him were just sitting. We're sitting, side by side. There's one seat between us, and he's just the whole plane's quiet, and nobody knew who he was. Just one guy, just kind of sitting a couple seats back, was laughing because he was just kept going on about faggot this, faggot that, and the stewardess were looking at him like, "What the fuck is this guy drinking?"
Who else is a faggot in the wrestling world?
I don't know.
Let's get him on the phone here. I'll put my microphone up to his phone.
I don't even know if that's the same number. Never tried.
Let's
I
find
called
out.
that number once, like about a week later.
Yeah.
I told you, he wanted to get me. He told me to call him. He'd get me back. It was a wrestling show in Boston.
Yeah.
He was like, "Call me. I'll get you backstage there." But it was my ex-wife's father died, so I couldn't. But I wanted to. Believe me,
Let's
I wanted
call him
to.
tonight.
Call him. Dial
Okay.
it.
Got the
Is
number?
that where you're from, Boston?
Yeah, I'm from Boston.
Got the number? Let's call it.
Call it. Call him on his phone.
What's the number?
Don't call from his phone.
Why?
Call from your phone.
I don't have my phone.
Leonard's got a flip phone anyway that doesn't have speaker.
Let's call the Sheik and see if it's him.
Call him up. I'll just put the microphone up to the thing.
Hold
Right?
on. No, you talk to him.
All right.
It's him.
Say, hey, this is.
I haven't dialed this guy's
This
number.
is Big Lenny, and I want to fuck
As I
your
said-
Sheik ass.
Well, so I'll do you what.
I
Just
heard
put,
you're a
about
homo,
six-
Sheik.
put your microphone
Hold
up
on.
to there, and I'll do
Hold
the
on.
talking.
Do you think he could keep the same number for that many years? A guy like that?
Don't we all?
I do, but I don't
I
know
do.
about. Yeah, but he didn't look like he was doing.
Well, it's a lot of size there. And this is a guy that hasn't taken a test in 20 years? I don't believe
I
it.
think I'm bigger than you.
Yeah, I know.
No, please.
Well, you can fit in your own fucking car.
I know. You can't even fit in my car. Where's this guy? Where's the Sheik?
Unbelievable.
Where's the Sheik? Oh, there he is.
How do you have his number saved?
Episode
Iron
7.
Sheik? What does it say?
Sheik, look
Sheik
right here,
or
look right
Iron
here.
Sheik?
Yeah, put your phone
what it
there.
Or
says.
the Iron
Put your
Sheik?
phone right there. Sheik.
I don't want to film the phone number. Let me see.
No, it says Sheik.
Sheik.
See that?
Calling the Sheik.
It says Sheik.
I hope that's the right number. We'll see.
Well,
Here we go.
it's from a. You're gonna.
Done.
Put your mic to there and I'll
Oh,
talk.
but you're talking.
Yeah, but put your mic to there so they can hear him. That's going to work?
I can hear it. Hold the mic a little closer.
Call him out of retirement, Leonard. Tell him you want to beat the fuck out of him. What kind of Muslim is he anyway?
Irene.
It's him.
Hey, Sheik, it's Big Lenny from Florida. Sheik,
You got to
Talk
speak
to him.
into the thing.
Talk to his phone.
Sheik, it's Big Lenny from Florida.
That's him. You see that? It's him.
We're going to set up a match in Delray. You want to be able to come down? It'll be all expenses paid against Big Lenny. I'm on YouTube. We're offering you 10 grand plus all expenses paid
Fuck's up.
for one night.
You don't even have two nickels to rub together.
Is that him? Is he talking?
So, any possibility of making that happen, Sheik?
He hung up.
Did you hang up on him?
That was him.
That was him.
That was him.
That was him. You heard his voice, right?
That
was him.
Drunk and
That
stupid.
was him. That's fucked
That
up,
sure
man. The
shit
guy's got the
was.
same fucking number. That's amazing.
That's great.
He's a nice guy. Though. I talk about everything. We talk about juice. We
That's
talk about
not-
every
that-
What's
fucking
the
thing.
matter? Got scared? He heard the name Big Lenny?
That was him.
Put me in the camel clutch with this
Man,
guy.
that was him.
It ain't going to happen.
I can't believe he
That's
kept.
right. That was his movement.
It's not going to put me in it.
Just think about it. Not many people probably have that number. That phone number. Not many people have that number. You think about that was like 6 years ago, 7 years
Well, I'd
ago.
rather
Still-
have Christina Broccolini's number personally, but hey.
I can't fucking believe that. We called the Sheik.
And that was him.
That was him. You heard him, right?
Yeah.
That was definitely him.
Yep.
What's fucked
Chicken
up?
shit. He heard my name. Just like Triple H. They want no parts of Big
Shout
Lenny.
out numbers. I'll give you 10 grand. What the
Yeah,
fuck
you
is
should have
that?
just talked to him like a normal. He probably thought you were just fucking. You know?
Well, yeah, we
You should
can
have
talk
talked
to
to
him.
him like for real, and he was a nice guy. He probably
Well,
could have.
we'll try it again one of these
Yeah,
nights.
I mean,
To write the
at least
number
you know
down.
that's
Leave
his
it here.
number. That's his number.
We'll leave it here.
Why don't you do this? Do a three-way call where you connect him to that tranny in Alabama you like. Then they can have a conversation together.
Holy
Hey,
shit!
we have her number too. Maybe we should call her next. Don't we have her number?
That was crazy.
What the hell's her name? Lucy?
Lucy.
Yeah,
I haven't seen her since.
I gave you that number. Did
Yeah, I haven't.
Did you call it?
I'm gonna let it lie, Doug, because I know they're calling her and bothering her.
Did you call the number?
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let it low.
Wait till she changes it. Perfect.
No,
Stupid.
she was nice.
Just
but
call it.
that's
Who gives a shit?
She probably got called. She's probably pissed off.
Just ask her how much it would cost to get her down here.
Tell you the truth, that's not
Yeah,
that
fuck
far
her.
to
It's
go up
probably
there.
her in a fucking picture anyway. It's probably
gonna drive
use
you
fake
up
pictures
there?
of those fucking girls.
No,
Probably not even her.
believe me, that's her.